This is why I got an attitude about the story, because somebody else's moment was hijacked. When you woke up in the morning, when all of us woke up in the morning, the story was not how great Verzuz was. The story was not, ooh, that was a Verzuz for the history books. The story was not, Verzuz was so good. The story is Tamar Braxton, Cash Money, No Limit Verzuz. That, I think that did a disservice to the whole thing. Hijacked somebody else's, and I'm not implying that it was intentional. Somebody else's moment was hijacked. The next morning, none of the stories related to Verzuz.
So, what's the deal with Birdman that's got everyone losing their minds? Kimura Lee even has her daughters calling him Uncle Birdman. Kesha Cole got into a fight with another woman over him. And now, Toni and Tamar are squaring off over who was with him first. The sisters have been dragging Tamar nonstop, accusing her of getting involved with Birdman. But here's the twist. Apparently, it was actually Toni who went after Tamar first.
Whoa.
And this time, Tamar isn't about to let anyone label her friend a homewrecker. She just shared receipts proving that Tamar didn't steal Toni's man. If anything, it's the opposite. Tamar was with Birdman before Toni even entered the picture and has tried to stay supportive throughout. But is this the truth, or just another rumor? Fans remember everyone shading Tamar for being all over Birdman, cuddling him, rubbing his head, acting like his wife, while Toni, the actual wife, was at home. Now the tables might be turning, and the receipts are out. She was moving all over the place in the background like Birdman was her husband. At one point, she even wiped the sweat from his brow with a big smile, acting like she was his woman too. Naturally, people thought it was weird and called her out on it. Tamar, of course, defended herself, claiming she was just supporting her sister, and even posted a video of her, Birdman, and Toni on a video call to prove there was nothing shady going on. But fans weren't buying it. There's a big difference between showing support and being all over someone like that. Things nearly boiled over when Towanda exposed Tamar for secretly getting involved with Birdman behind Toni's back.
Towanda, baby, I love her to pieces. But hide your stuff when she come over, because she snatched the wig off your head when you looked the other way. She's super sneaky, clever.
It all kicked off when Tamar tried to flex and embarrass Towanda by bragging that she knew where she lived, because Tamar had put down her sister's house down payment. "Do I know where you live?"
Of course I do, she said.
"I covered your down payment, and meanwhile, you've been secretly using my credit cards for years." And she didn't stop there. Tamar accused Towanda of secretly racking up her credit cards without permission, which, honestly, isn't that shocking given Towanda's history of taking things that aren't hers. Remember the allegations about her allegedly stealing their mother's social security checks and supposedly taking money from Toni? Yeah, the drama runs deep. Interestingly, Towanda's bankruptcy filings revealed she's buried in debt, up to $500,000. Among the details was a $35,000 loan from Tamar that helped cover her house down payment. So Tamar's claims definitely come with some receipts. There's a pattern here. Towanda allegedly taking advantage of her sister's resources.
Tamar, girl, why are you wiping the sweat off of Birdman's head like that, sis? Now, as a married woman, I think I can grab the mic real quick and speak on this, because even though it may, like, she may be innocently doing it, girl, no, you don't do that. Like, the man's been performing on stage all this time, and he don't need you wiping the sweat off his head. Now, I'm hoping it was just like a gesture, but girl, y'all are all performers. Like,
and expecting zero pushback. You know exactly what you're doing. Don't be acting like that. "You snake," Tamar reportedly said, calling her out for her actions. But Towanda wasn't about to let Tamar have the last word. She fired back, exposing Tamar for sneaking around with her sister's man. "You've been stealing from me for years, on my credit cards, too," Towanda accused. Tamar denied it at first, but the conversation quickly spiraled into accusations about men. Towanda went on. "You stole men." "Who?" "Toni's. You slept with them." Tamar seemed completely blindsided, while Toni Braxton appeared genuinely shocked. Towanda had clearly been sitting on this information for a long time, waiting for the perfect moment to throw it into the open. Even Trina's reaction suggested she already knew the tea, raising the question, how do you keep this kind of info from your sister, especially when it involves one sister messing around with another's man? Towanda claimed Tamar wasn't just involved with one of Toni's men, it was two. And as soon as this hit, the internet started digging. Tamar allegedly wasn't just messing with Birdman, but also with mint conditions Carrie Lewis. Rumors stretch back to 2011, claiming Tamar got involved with Toni's ex to level up and enter the inner circle. Some posts even suggested Toni was with Vince first before handing him over to Tamar. This isn't new territory for Tamar. She's faced backlash before for getting involved with other people's men, including Michael Malden, Jermaine DRI's father. When you connect the dots, it's not hard to see why fans might suspect her of crossing the line, especially if she thought it could advance her career. And then there's Birdman. Tamar and Birdman go way back, allegedly to 2003, years before Toni got involved with Vince. According to DaBrat, Toni's relationship with Birdman happened much later. So calling Tamar out now doesn't fully add up. Despite Toni marrying her ex, Tamar has been consistently supportive. Remember the time she and her son dressed up as Toni and Birdman for Halloween? This is classic Tamar, supportive, playful, and family-oriented. DaBrat confirms that Tamar and Birdman's history predates Toni's involvement, meaning the public's outrage is misplaced. The situation is messy, and of course, the internet has opinions. Many celebrity men pretend the drama is all women's fault, yet these men are out here playing while getting played. Meanwhile, Tamar kept the Braxton household running financially, handling business quietly. If the roles were reversed, she'd have been dragged mercilessly. Toni, on the other hand, seems to get a free pass. Interestingly, years ago, a blog called The Pandy Report mentioned Tamar and Birdman as an item, but supposedly, he got tired of her, leading her to Vince later. DaBrat is clear. Tamar's actions have always been more about support and friendship than betrayal. So what do you think? Is Tamar really at fault here, or is this just another Braxton family drama storm? Sound off in the comments, hit like, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye, baddies. It all started when DaBrat decided to go full throttle and post receipts regarding Tamar's alleged past with Birdman. For years, rumors have swirled around the Braxton family about relationships, hookups, and family tensions. But this one went viral almost instantly. What made it even juicier is that Tamar had been consistently supportive of her sisters, and the idea that she could have been involved with Birdman behind Toni's back had everyone questioning loyalty, boundaries, and family dynamics. Fans remember the infamous moments when Tamar was caught on camera in the background at events with Birdman. She was moving around, helping him, wiping sweat off his brow, and just being incredibly affectionate. Naturally, people called her out for it. Some said she was overstepping boundaries, while others believed she was simply being supportive. Tamar herself defended her actions, posting a video of a video call with Birdman and Toni to show that nothing was going on. But as we know, videos don't always convince the internet. Then things escalated when Towanda Braxton entered the drama. She had been allegedly sitting on a lot of information, waiting for the right time. Towanda accused Tamar of sneaking around with not just one, but two of Toni's men. She also claimed Tamar had been using her credit cards without permission for years, adding a layer of financial betrayal to the situation. Tamar, naturally, denied it initially, but the tension between the sisters was undeniable. The exchange between Tamar and Towanda quickly became heated. Tamar was blindsided by the allegations, while Toni seemed genuinely shocked. It was clear that these revelations were carefully calculated by Towanda, who had been holding onto the information for who knows how long. Trina, their other sister, seemed to know the full story, but remained mostly silent, which only added to the chaos. So, let's go back in time. Tamar and Birdman's connection reportedly dates back to 2003. According to sources and confirmed by DaBrat, Tamar and Birdman were involved long before Toni was even introduced to Vince, the man she later dated. This means that while Toni might have had a later relationship with Birdman, Tamar and Birdman's history came first. Fans remember when Tamar and her son dressed up as Toni and Birdman for Halloween, showing that she's always been playful and supportive of her sister's relationships. Despite all the backlash she's received in the past for allegedly dating other men connected to her sisters, this particular situation might not be as scandalous as people think, at least according to DaBrat. Tamar allegedly stayed supportive, and her involvement with Birdman predated Toni's relationship. Adding more fuel to the fire, internet sleuths started digging into old rumors. Tamar allegedly had connections not only with Birdman but also with other men tied to her sister's social circle. Some posts even go as far back as 2011, claiming she stuck with Vince, Toni's ex, as a strategic move to climb social circles and secure her place in the industry. According to these rumors, Toni and Vince's timeline might have overlapped, but Tamar's interactions with them reportedly happened first. It's also worth noting that Tamar has been called out in the past for similar situations. From Michael Malden to Jermaine Dri, she has faced criticism for allegedly getting involved with other women's men. While some of these claims are heavily debated, the pattern keeps fans talking and comparing past behavior to current allegations. The real kicker in all of this? DaBrat's receipts. She posted videos and commentary confirming Tamar's past with Birdman, backing up claims that Tamar's history with him predates Toni's relationship. According to DaBrat, Tamar and Birdman had a relationship in the early 2000s, which aligns with previous rumors and timelines. The proof was enough to stir the internet, with fans debating who was in the right and whether the backlash against Tamar was justified. The receipts also shed light on Tamar's consistent support for her sister. Even after all the drama, Tamar reportedly hyped Toni and Birdman up publicly, showing a level of loyalty that many fans didn't expect given the allegations. She wasn't trying to steal anyone's spotlight or man. She was being supportive while maintaining her own history with Birdman in the background. Towanda's allegations about credit card misuse also added a financial dimension to the drama. She claimed Tamar had been using her cards without permission for years. Tamar responded by pointing out the loan she had given Towanda for her house down payment, $35,000, which was documented in Towanda's bankruptcy filings. This created a back-and-forth narrative. Tamar claimed she helped her sister financially, while Towanda accused her of secretly siphoning resources. Fans quickly picked up on the irony. Tamar had been providing support both emotionally and financially, yet she was being painted as the villain. It raised questions about fairness, family loyalty, and how public perception can shift based on which sister shares their side of the story. Of course, the internet exploded. Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok were flooded with commentary, memes, and heated debates. Many pointed out the double standards. If the roles were reversed, Tamar would likely have been dragged mercilessly, while Toni seemed to get a pass for her actions. Others focused on the celebrity men involved, highlighting how men often avoid scrutiny while women take the brunt of the backlash. Fans also dug deeper into historical posts and blogs, like the Panty Report, which mentioned Tamar and Birdman as an item years ago. According to these old sources, Birdman reportedly got tired of Tamar, leading her to Vince sometime after. This timeline aligned with DaBrat's receipts and added credibility to the narrative that Tamar's history with Birdman came first. Beyond the men and the money, this situation also exposed deep tensions within the Braxton family. Trina's silent knowledge, Towanda's strategic reveal, and Toni's shock all highlighted the complex dynamics among the sisters. It's clear that these women have long-standing rivalries and unresolved issues that only get magnified when romantic relationships and financial matters collide. The drama also shows how family loyalty and public image can conflict. Tamar has faced criticism for her relationships in the past, yet she has consistently tried to support her sisters. The revelation that her involvement with Birdman came before Toni's relationship complicates the narrative and challenges the public's perception of right and wrong. This situation is also a perfect example of how celebrity culture and social media amplify family drama. Every allegation, receipt, and rumor gets dissected and debated in real time, creating a storm that the family has to navigate publicly. Tamar, Toni, Towanda, and Trina are all public figures, which means their private conflicts become public spectacles, fueling gossip